I want to just briefly rise and make some comments about the people at home that I'm so proud of. Over the past 3 weeks, my home state has been the site of heartbreaking destruction that resulted from a series of severe weather incidents throughout the state. We have also had the privilege of witnessing great acts of bravery, compassion, and neighbors being neighbors in response to these incidents. I wanted to take just a moment today to recognize the incredible character of Missourians, and particularly to recognize the contributions made by the citizen soldiers and airmen of the Missouri National Guard. Today, weeks after this historic flooding began, we continue to see its life-altering effects in my state and others all along the Mississippi River. My prayers and those of my colleagues go out to all who have and will continue to have their lives altered by this tragedy. I'll continue to work with my colleagues in the Missouri delegation to make sure that the federal government provides the assistance necessary to help Missourians affected by the tragedy so that they can get back on their feet and back at their important work. Already, the President has granted the first federal disaster assistance to individuals and households across the state. More announcements will come as damage assessments are completed. The USDA is also poised to assist and will start holding public meetings in the affected areas to inform farmers and landowners of the help that they can receive. One thing that struck me about the response to the storms has been the dignity and class with which Missourians have carried themselves. In my states, families have been driven from their homes, pushed away from their jobs, taken off their land, lost everything. Whether it's a family in North St. Louis whose home was destroyed by a tornado, or a producer whose family farm was submerged when the levee protecting it was intentionally breached, Missourians have drawn on their faith, their families, and their neighbors to pull through. I had the opportunity to spend some time with some of these families during my trip to view some of the flooding in southeast Missouri. Their courage, as always, is inspiring as an example of the American spirit that we all hold dear. Two events from recent days provide a perfect summary of the service that these brave men and women continue to perform for the people of my state. Last week, the citizen soldiers and airmen of the Missouri National Guard joined the people of Caruthersville in Pemiscot County to rapidly erect a secondary flood wall to support the existing wall. This new effort, made of 60,000 sandbags stretched across over 3,000 feet, helped to provide safety and peace of mind for a community that was racked with fear and thought the worst could happen. A couple of counties away, the Missouri National Guard members helped to save a 93-year-old woman trapped in her car as she tried to cross a flooded Black River. One of the guardsmen on the scene, seeing his first emergency duty, remarked, "We aren't here to be heroes, we're just doing our jobs." The citizen soldiers and airmen of the Missouri National Guard, who are just doing their jobs, have played an incredibly important role in supporting the flood response efforts of their neighborhoods. A member of the 138th Military Police Company said it best when he said, "Nothing makes you feel as good as being able to help your neighbors in Missouri." The Missouri National Guard and the people they valiantly serve are and will continue to be the embodiment of those words and the spirit that we all strive to personify. I thank them for their bravery, I thank them for their selflessness, and I thank them for just being great neighbors. And we will all stand by to be of assistance as everyone recovers from the natural disasters that have brought such destruction to the state that I love.